What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Vertonghen, the 90 centre-back, the storyline, level 15, and we have got all of them for you today. Hopefully we can get through all of them. Obviously you have got the left mid and the striker that we will do as well, but 90 Vertonghen is here, and to be honest, it's not a bad upgrade. It's not amazing, though. I feel like they definitely could have done better straight off the bat. Looking at his stat increase, he's had a 20 increase on his pace, 9 on his shooting, 10 passing, 11 dribbling, 8 defending, and 11 physical. I understand it's kind of like the minor upgrade, but seeing as though this is the last season, it would have been nice to maybe even got the minor leagues, obviously like the Liga NOS, got them a big upgrade, gone from like 90 to 94, 95s, and then made like 96, 97s for the level 30. I don't know. I just feel like that would have been the better option. Obviously, he has had a pace increase, but he still needs that helping hand. So we have whacked a shadow on him, which gives him 89 pace and 98 defending. Turn him into a 95 rated centre-back. And again, are you necessarily going to use this card, or is he going to go into an SBC? More than likely an SBC, but we've got to give him a fair shot. Obviously, with any other Belgian players, the next best rated Belgian player is Outerweald, or you then go to a rule breaker, Denea. So there isn't many centre-backs. Obviously, in terms of Liga NOS, there is still plenty of players you can go with. Just having a quick look at who else there is centre-back-wise. Obviously, you do have a 91 Pepe or 89 rated Coates. If you went for a left-back, you have a 90 rated Grimaldo. And for the right-back, you also have an 85 Pedro Porra. So there is plenty of players to link him with, including DMs and CMs. Obviously, you've got a few of them there. We will have a look at the overall. Let's get straight into Vertonghen, because realistically, he's got some good centre-back stats. Obviously, he's not necessarily blessed with agility balance with all of the passing, but they are all at a level that I think a 90 rated should have. So let's see what Vertonghen can do, and hopefully you enjoy. I'm interested to see what Vertonghen can actually do, to be honest. Let's give him the ball and just see what sort of agility we're looking at. He's got Ibra chasing. Oh, no, Ibra chasing him. To be honest, it's not awful feel straight off the bat. This guy doesn't know what to do. Yeah, it doesn't feel awful in terms of his kind of on ball. Does feel a little bit static at times, and that's just natural. I feel like that was always going to be the case for a centre-back of his calibre at this point in the game. Obviously, we have got so many good centre-backs, it's unreal. So the likely chance that he's going to be in it, even though he is technically the second best or second rate that could go into your team. I can imagine there is quite a few Liga NOS teams out there by now. But I think in general, he shouldn't be too much of a disappointment in more kind of objective-based stuff. Champs, I don't think he'd even got in probably 4 months ago, just because, he's not necessarily considered meta, and I think he'll hinder a bit more of your defensive ability than necessarily do anything to kind of excel it, basically. He is quite big as well. That is always going to be a nice little strong point for him. He seems to have a little bit of pace on him, you know. Oh my god, I thought we nearly got it with him. It does feel like his acceleration, for some reason, is actually really nice. That just might be something random, but he definitely feels like he can sprint past a few people, as we saw there. Literally, you can just see it. This little 1-2 kind of gives him that little bit of a speed boost. Get there. I know obviously he was a left back prior to being a centre back. Little shimmy. Vertonghen doing work here. Puts it inside. Goes into gigs, and unfortunately we have got him in the box. Can we find a goal with him? Honestly. Turns him. That's got to be a free kick, ref. Surely. Vertonghen mopping up again. Does lose it. Giggs nearly winning it back. Got to get him back in position. I'm interested to see kind of like last-ditch challenges from him. Obviously, tackling, I can imagine he will be one of them centre-backs that really has that defensive ability down. We're going to win the ball here. Oh, I thought he was going to carry on. Keep the ball on my side. Little pass out. It's lovely. It's in. Beautiful. Gets us on that counter. He's passing relatively decent, to be honest. Neymar's going to come in. He's going to find the outside, and Alaba just takes it away with his chest. Want to try and hit Vertonghen. You can see him in the middle there. Can we hit him? Oh, we're not going to hit him, and the keeper's going to come out for that instead. Can we win the ball back and get a cross? No, we can't, because I'm assuming someone decided to foul in the box. Vertonghen seeing it out. This guy loves a little slide tackle on him. Gets his left foot across it. And was he left-footed? Quickly check during the match. He is left-footed, so obviously that is always a nice benefit as well. Put him on the left side. It's nice to have somebody who is strong-footed on that side as well. You don't see too many good centre-backs with a left foot. There probably is loads now, and I've just not looked. But we're going to come back. His positioning is absolutely fine. Defensive ability is good. I feel like he is a solid card. And again, I'm not talking about going in foot champs and being top 200 with him. But in terms of kind of just a general card, he's nice. Vertonghen watching. Suarez coming across. Does enough to put him off. Does get it back. Maldini. Beautiful. Straight into Vertonghen again. Look for that long pass. Oh, that's a solid ball. Is his keeper coming out? He's not. Go with the little flick. Cuts it across. Alaba again. Going for more of a special goal there. But again, Vertonghen doing his work. Getting the pass off. Getting the tackle in. You can't argue with it. I think, like I say, he's going to be one of them cards that not many people are going to use. And more than likely, he will go into an SBC. Being a 390 rated card, I don't see why you wouldn't if you're not going to use him at this point in the game. But most definitely, he isn't necessarily awful. Maldini over to Vertonghen. Oh, he's only gonna flicked him. Can we get that ball over to him? That is a stunning pass if he's onside. Look for that. I always go for that back post, but it never gets there. But that's a stunning ball, and that's kind of more of his left back side coming out at him. Absolutely beautiful pass. Can't argue one bit with a centre-back that can make that sort of pass. Vertonghen. Oh, gets turned by Ibra. Coming back though, you can see here obviously the pace has some sort of downfall at the very minimum, just because it isn't 99. That's what we're kind of used to, so you will find that he is feeling slower than the likes of obviously like a Ruben Diaz, a Laporte, a Maldini, a Rio. He's gonna feel slower than that, just because that is naturally his pace really. Vertonghen trying to get turned by Suarez, and he's going to just win that strength battle. I don't know what happened there. It seemed like he tackled him twice, but didn't actually even move to get the ball back. Ibra trying it again. He's not going to be able to do it. Roberto Carlos is going to take it away from him, and we're going to get a incomplete pass with Vertonghen here. Got to try and keep Suarez at bay. Goes through the legs of Vertonghen, but does manage to recover with Zambrotta on the side. So going into the overall for Big Boy Vertonghen then, as we saw, the upgrade is nice. Like, obviously, I do expect him to have some sort of big upgrade. And I think the pace for me is where I really kind of wanted that little bit extra. Obviously, they've already gone up a plus 20, so you could argue, have they gone up enough? I just think I'd rather take maybe a little bit of a defending cut to maybe get that pace above 80. I'd be looking at maybe 85 for him to really make a difference. So then when you add the shadow, you do go up to 95. And that's just natural, because the players we've got at the moment, I do think are a bit more leaps and bounds ahead of him, and that's just natural. But like I did say, you've got links with him, and a feature that I'm going to be kind of trying out here is obviously the links in Footbin, so we can just instantly go to the links and what you can do. Obviously, one perfect link, not really going to use him. We have got now the team of the seasons here, obviously from Benfica. Realistically, Grimaldo and Otamendi are going to be the only two, unless you use this guy, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, as a CDM and move him. Obviously, you do have Pizzi as an inform. He didn't get one in the end, and you do have another storyline card if you did choose him. Weak links, again, we've got loads here. Great Belgian players. Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku. Witzel's just a new one. Meunier's there. Obviously, Courtois, who I personally linked him with. Mertens, you could drop as a CDM. As you can see, the list goes on and on just as we kind of go through it. But there is so many good links that you can get with him from the Portuguese league, from different leagues with obviously Belgian players in it. There is plenty that you can choose from there. In terms of him as a player, the pace, obviously with the shadow, is a nice upgrade. It's funny because I felt like the acceleration was actually quite nice, even though that is dramatically lower than his sprint speed. May just be something with the card, but he did feel like he had a little bit of a burst. Maybe not massive, and maybe kind of just looking at it and kind of wanting to see that. Maybe that's what it was. I did find the sprint speed, once you kind of hit that max, there is players that are very, very quick. So you do hit that max, and maybe then they do get away. His defensive ability is one of the best, bar from none, like 99 everything. It's a standard right now. Great strength, aggression, stamina's up there for a centre-back. Obviously, jumping's good. He is 6'2" with a left foot, which is always nice. Obviously, he's got a bit of passing. 88 isn't awful. And then the agility balance is is moderate. Still feels a little bit static as we could imagine. Great composure, reactions is there. Ball control actually isn't that bad as well, to be fair to him. And overall, just not a bad player. For me, I think he is going to be SBC fodder, more than likely. A 90 rated card going into maybe the 85x10, the icon pack. It's just bound to happen. But overall, I think you could put him in a Liga NOS player team. Like I say, he is the second best or second highest rated centre-back you can get behind Pepe. And then obviously Coates is behind him now by 1 rating. But overall, I'd give him a solid 8.7 at this point in the game. I feel like he's got a shot in Liga NOS teams, maybe for objectives. Other than that, it's just great fodder, a 90 rated. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know down below. We will be doing the other 2 storylines as we've got 2 accounts loaded up with them 2 on them. So hopefully you enjoyed this one and we'll jump on to them ones. Peaces.